Hello everyone, welcome to SAP Project Class 1 presented by Ravichandra Koti. Okay, let me go for the topic. Before that, we should know some basic such as what do you mean by ECC, what do you mean by SAP, what do you mean by ERP, and what is mean by IMG. So we know SAP stands for System Application and Product in Data Processing ECC. Then what do you mean by ECC? SAP ERP Central Component. Then what do you mean by ERP? Enterprise Resource Planning. Then IMG means Implementation Guide. In general, we are having R bar 3 structure in SAP. R bar 3 structure. SAP R bar 3 is one of the main product of SAP where R stands real time. 3 stands R bar 3. 3 stands 3 tier applications such as presentation layer, application layer, and database layer. So combining these 3 layers, we call it the R bar 3 structure of SAP. Let me go this application, how it works. See here, presentation layer, application layer, and database layer. Presentation layer is the one in which end user can interact with the system. This provides graphical screen to user. User enter the data on the screen, show the processed data to the user. Example, suppose I enter 2 and 3. 2 plus 3. So is equal to how much? 5. Correct? Then, so system taken 2, system taken 3, and also system take the logic, whether it should be addition or subtraction. Correct? That has to be stored in the application layer. This application layer goes to database where all the data that has to be stored and do the logic in the application layer and again display to the user as 5. That is 2 plus 3 is equal to 5. Of course, here end user can enter 2, end user can enter 3, and end user can itself give the logic, whether it should be addition or subtraction or multiplication. That is displayed here as a 5. Okay, so 3 layers: presentation layer, application layer, database layer. Database layer stores the data through the application layer. Here, application layer acts as the middle layer in between presentation layer as well as database. Well, fine. Next, go for the topic SAP consulting. So we know already what is consulting. Suppose I'm not feeling well. I need to consult somebody for what purpose? To get some suggestion, to get some idea, correct? To get some problem to the solution. So we call it the consulting. See? Consulting is a process of providing simplified solution, expert advice, or strategical solution to what business entities. For what? For their challenges, complexities, issues are also called error. Whatever they have faced day to day business. Suppose client having facing some problems in their legacy system. They come up with the idea. So I want to build like this. I want to improve my business. So for that time they meet the consultant. Okay, then who is the consultant? The person one who provide expert advice, strategical solution, simplified solution to what business user for their challenges as well as the complexities as a part of their business called as a consultant. Okay, consultant means individual who has expertise. He's a familiar. He's a expert. He's having more knowledge for what? Providing simplified solution, expert advice to the business entities, to the client, for what? The complexities or challenges they have part of the business is called the consultant. Then what are the roles we play as a consultant? Of course, we may go as a consultant, consultant, PP consultant, FI consultant. What activities you are supposed to doing? The following activities you are supposed to do. SAP or SAP functional consultant. If you're related to functional consultant means the person one who work only on the functional things, such as suppose with respect to creation of material, creation of vendor and backend settings, creation of plant, purchase automation. So all those things, creating the PO, PR, and whatever this is faced by the PR, PO, and business entities. We call it the functional with respect to functions which are existing in the SAP or may go for some modification. We call it the functional consultant, technical consultant. So what is a technical consultant? Technical consultant are also called it as a ABAPers. Technical consultant also called the ABAPers. Means the person one who have the good knowledge about the coding. Good knowledge about the coding called the technical consultant. Next, techno-functional consultant. By the word itself, the person one who has a familiar with respect to technical as well as functional, then such consultant we call to the techno-functional consultant. Next, testing consultant. So what's the meaning of this one? Of course, we build up some or we develop some scenarios. If you have to check it now, how? For that, require testing consultant. Testing consultant. Suppose take an example. 2 plus 3 is equal to how much? 5. We should to test it, right? We should test it. How? For that, go for the testing consultant. Next, SAP pre-sales consultant. Of course, we built everything, prepared everything, but required marketing. So go for the pre-sales consultant. SAP analyst. Of course, business user come up with a lot of issues, lot of challenges, lot of complexities. We should have to understand their business requirement. Correct? So that's why required SAP analyst. SAP analyst. SAP analyst. Then SAP business consultant. The person one who interact directly or indirectly with the business persons we call the SAP business consultant. So as a consultant, we are supposed to doing all the rules or any one of the rule. Okay, what are the rules? Functional consultant, technical, techno-functional, testing, pre-sale, analyst, and business consultant. Next, we go for the what are the activities you do as a consultant? Of course, I am consultant. I'm FI consult. What activities you do? Either consultant, senior consultant, junior consultant. So what activities you do in real time? The following activities we are supposed to do. What are those? Client business process studies. What the client is required, what they want to come up their business grow. We are supposed to study their business process studies. Then business requirement gathering activities such as ASIS, 2B, and GAP. So here we come across is supposed to study their business activities in which software or in which thing they are using now or legacy system they are supposed to using to run their business process to run their business process. Next, requirement analysis and feasibility check. Of course, we studied the process, gather the information, can check it now whether from our side it's possible or not. We have that much manpower, is there or not? We can possibly produce or not? That things we call to the requirement analysis and feasibility studies. So once it is possible from our side, next finalization of requirement or requirement finalization. Then everything fine, then go for the requirement documentation. Requirement documentation. Requirement documentation. Then process design creation. Then go for the master design or also called the BBP or different design. So one by one we'll explain later also. Okay, master design thing what? Standard blueprint based on which we are carrying out the entire project. It's just like a an agreement in between consultant company or consultant to the client. Next, we go for the development. Once the blueprint is ready, so what next? Suppose house blueprint is ready, go for the construction of house. Similarly here also. Once BVP or master design ready, go for the development, configuration, customization, and integration activities. Next, so of course, development is completed. So once you developed, what next activities? Go for the testing. Once testing, go for the user training. Of course, I built everything, but means the client has to know how to use. No, that's why go for the user training. Next, project documentation. Once user approve whatever things we developed or configured or customized, go for the project documentation. Then data migration. Suppose user using some legacy system, let us take Tally. I am supposed to migrating Tally to what? SAP. So many data are there. How? For that we go for the data migration. Next, deployment or go live. Means stop all the activities of the client and we supposed to move from legacy system to what? SAP system for a period of 1 week or 10 days. So we call it the deployment or go live. So after the deployment, after go live, next should be a support and maintenance. If the client is facing any error, any issues, we can go for the enhancement. That is continuous improvement of the process. Okay, fine. So these are the activities we do as a consultant. The next topic, we go for the further topic about the project. Thank you. Thank you for watching.